You miss him, right? I know you miss him. What exactly do you miss? The abuse, the lack of attention, the insult, the beating, the lack of affection, no accountability. What exactly do you miss? You only miss the version of him that you created in your head that does not exist. It's called illusion. Many of you are not in a relationship. You are not. Many of you are just going to different men's house to sleep, different women's house to sleep. A lot of you are not in a relationship. You're just busy having sex. What makes me laugh in this generation is that people think that when they start to have sex with you, that's automatically means that we're in a relationship. No. A relationship is two people who are going to sit down to communicate. I don't like talking. I don't like talking. That's a lie. He doesn't love you. Every man talks. They talk to those they're comfortable with. That's your husband. You're saying he doesn't like talking. He doesn't like talking. Wait until you see him discussing with his side chick that he's comfortable with. And I ask you again, what do you miss about him? Do you ever look yourself in the mirror? I don't know what you see, but there's something I want to tell you as a woman. If you go back to your vomit, trust me, this time is going to choke you. Missing somebody and loving people is not enough for you to go back to them. You can miss someone, you can miss a certain moment. You can be passing somewhere and say, ah, this is where me and my ex used to eat. This is where we used to drug. But you're not going back there. Why? Because of the way they treated you. And oftentimes, they will never change. That is who they are. The biggest mistakes as women we make is thinking that when we get into a relationship, we can transform a man to become the way we want him to be. And that's the reason why I told you it's an illusion. A lot of you women work with what is supposed to, not what it is. I've said it several times in my video. If a man shows you who he is, accept him for that. You are now the one who's going to tell yourself, can I deal with this? Can't I deal with this? So you don't miss him. You only miss the version of him you created in your head. You only miss your wishes. Ah, I thought this can just happen like this. Ah, I thought this can just go like this. But you don't miss him. When you break out of a relationship, the first thing you need to do is detox your system. Detoxing simply means you're going to unlearn a lot of things you learned in that relationship and relearn new things. If not, when you get into another relationship, it will not work because you'll be bleeding on that person. You'll be comparing your ex to that person. When you get out of a relationship, the essence of detoxing yourself is for you to be able to understand that every man is not the same and every woman is not the same. And that's what we do for a living. We teach you emotional intelligence. Just because this person treated you bad, you made a wrong choice here, doesn't make everybody the same. The only thing is when you come out of a breakup or you come out of a relationship, you pick the lessons and drop some certain things. You sit down and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Where did I overdo things? You adjust. That's what you do. But the problem is, most of you, when you come out of a relationship, you want to jump into another relationship to prove a point. A point to who? Exactly. It begins to mess up with your mental health. Even when you are in a good relationship, you begin to compare that person to your ex. when I was here, when I was here, when I was there. That's why I say you detox your system. How do you detox your system? You go back to your space and stay alone for a while. It's okay to be by yourself for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months without having any relationship. It enables you find yourself, because so many relationships a lot of you are having, you've lost yourself. You've lost your identity. You're a shadow of yourself. You can't even recognize yourself in the mirror. So when you leave that toxic relationship, the detoxing simply means you will go back to the drawing board. You will tell yourself, okay, I messed up here. This is where I need to pick up. This is where I need to be better. These are the things I need to leave. Because when you're in a relationship, you've picked up one or two things from the man have picked up one or two things from you. So which you might be using as a criteria. Remember, you're going to meet different people. You're going to learn about different people. So it's not the same strategy. So you will detox your system. When you detox your system, it's as if your system is now open, is now free for something else to enter inside. It's like going to toilet. When you go to poo, after pooing, there is this relief. You can even eat again. But if you've not pooed, nothing can go into your mouth. It's the same thing. So when you come out of this relationship, you detox your system. You take it out. When you detox your system, you need to have this understanding. All men are not the same. Nobody asks you to go and be dating all the men. All women are not the same. Nobody asks you to go and be dating all the women. When you go back, you heal, you unlearn, you grow. Another man is going to see you and you're going to be brand new. Even your ex will no longer recognize you because you have left A to B. If you want to know you're a powerful woman, you will grow to the point that your ex can no longer be your level. When you look at your ex, you'll be like, geez, did I even date this kind of guy? That's because you've grown. So I urge you, beautiful women, especially those of you who are confused about the relationship, you are so afraid that if you leave the relationship, are you going to get another relationship? So you stay in the relationship and you try and try and try. You stay in the marriage, you try and try and try, yet nothing is working. It's time for you to detox your system. If you're married, start to plan your plan B. Your plan B is your financial independence, so that when it gets so bad, you get out with your children. Then for the single ones, detox your system, unlearn all those things you have learned in relationship. Relationship is not about sex. Marriage is not about sex. It's about knowing one another, helping one another. That's why we call it compatibility. The person will come to complement you. You're already a complete being. That's the reason why you can do things by yourself, alone. You can live alone, you can cook alone. But when somebody comes into your life, there's this relief. When you are cooking, somebody's slicing onion for you, somebody's doing crayfish for you. That is the beauty. It's not as if you cannot do it by yourself. But they used to say teamwork makes the dream work. The most beautiful thing God have ever created in this life is marriage. And there is nothing or no drama that will make me change my mind about marriage. If you meet the right person, marriage is one of the most beautiful things God gave to mankind. But the problem is, who are you choosing? Love is not wicked. You just choose wicked people. So this video is for you to pay attention so that they don't go run you streets. This video is for you to go back to the drawing board and start all over again. Take out all those nonsense that you learned in the previous relationship. All men are not the same. You're going to find a man who is worthy and will love you, cherish you, and adore you. Your job is to go and grow. Be growing. He will meet you along the way. I love you guys.